welcome back to the Creative Files. My name is Nadia, but I go by Nadia the Creator. How we doing? What's going on? Check in. How we doing? Let me know down below. For real, I really want to know. I hope you guys are doing well. Today's video is going to be a fun, interesting, just simple little video. It is 5 creative hobbies I do as a full-time artist. Something that I get asked quite a bit from some of my students as an art teacher, and then something that I know other artists find helpful to encourage and talk about. So these are 5 creative crafts that I do personally as an artist that help refill, restore, inspire my art and my everyday life. These are things that I do that are not for consumption. Something I heard a lot from different artist interviews and different books that I've read is always have something for yourself. This is always to have a craft, a hobby, something that you do that is for yourself, that is not for public consumption. You know what I'm saying? So these are my things, and this is something I encourage some of my students when they ask, especially the older ones, is to have something for you. Always remember your why and have something for you. And these are my something for me. So if you ever see these things outside of the video and it was a gift, and just keep it moving. Don't ask to see more of it. It is a gift. These are things that I share the results of sometimes, but not the process, because the process and the whole thing itself it's my soul. It's my soul. So this is anywho. So enough talking. Let's get into it. One of my favorite things to do, and I spend a lot of time doing, and that is coloring. I love coloring. I have always loved coloring. I came back to it like as an adult, probably 2015, maybe 2014, 2015, getting a few coloring books here and there, but I really like picked it up as like something that I can do multiple times a week, sit down, get it done. I'm doing it in the evening, and that it like coloring, I want to say back in 2021, 22. No, 22, 23. And heavy so this past year. And that's because I follow an amazing, dope fellow artist whom I love and adore. I'm a part of the coloring club, and that is Coco Michelle. If you haven't heard of seeing a Coco Michelle, you're missing out. The Black girl coloring, the artistry that she puts in her coloring pages, encourage and inspires us, encourage and inspire me to elevate my game. So I'm bringing my own artistic style and things that I like into my coloring. Amazing. And I do this both along with her if she's having like a coloring live, or we having like the coloring club Zoom mini. Then I also do this a little bit more spiritually, as like spiritual creative self-care. In the evenings I put up some worship music, or I watch a show. I watch like The Chosen, and I have it on the background, so there's a spiritual element to it. I'm refreshing my soul. My self-care tank is getting filled. My creative juices are being restored and rehydrated. So yeah, I really love coloring. Number 2 is something that I have been doing for a very long time. Since 2013, 2014, I came a long way in this journey, and that is planning. Planning is another creative craft that I have been doing for a very long time. And I don't know if I ever shared that here on YouTube, whether under 4-Star Ink or not, but I know I shared glimpses of it on my personal page of my planner spreads and everything. I love planning. It helps, one, as a creative, and whatever isms there is, it helps me when I write stuff down. When stuff is either in my phone and on my planner, or if I don't have it written down as a reminder or something, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. If I don't have some way to remind me that day I am doing X, Y, and Z, it doesn't happen. And so I really love planning. I've been planning for years. I was one of those kids in high school and in college actually using my planner to remind me of projects and assignments and like classes and workshops and study halls. And so here now as an adult and as a creative, there have been so many different variations of planning. I've got into bullet journal planning. I've got into memory planning. I was a happy girl planner for a very long time. I've tried smaller Black owned business planners that I love. And so I'm still a planner, whether I just go in sometimes with some pens and just get it down, or I'm sitting down, I'm doing a full spread. There's a theme to it. I love planning. I love planning, and I fall in and out of love with the different type of planners, but I'm a planner girl. If like I said, if it don't get written down, even now I have my phone and I put things in my phone and it is a reminder. I'm still sitting down with my planner because like I said, that's a form of self-care for me. That's a form of creative self-care for me, and I do love it. Sometimes life happens and I'm not able to like do it. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, and I still having plans for the week. And that's okay. I would still go back in and like fill in the blank pages with pen, but I'm still planning. Number three is another. This is another quote unquote form of planning, journaling, and that is junk journaling. And let's be honest, junk journaling is just rebranding scrapbooking. Okay, let's be honest. Junk journaling is a rebranding of scrapbooking. When I was in high school, I was real into scrapbooking. I scrapbooked my entire senior year of high school, the different things that happened, the trips I took, all of that stuff. So I have been making my way back to scrapbooking, junk journaling these past few years. Like I said, I was into bullet journaling for a moment. And bullet journaling for me is another form of junk journaling, scrapbook journaling, or whatever. So I've really been into that lately. I purchased my first notebook journal from Notebook Therapy. Love Notebook Therapy. Um, it's hard not to spend money on that site. Anywho, Notebook Therapy. I got my first journal that is designated just for junk journaling, and I'm collecting receipts and pictures and different things and scrap paper, and I love doing that. I have different spreads, so I do it monthly, and then I go in, and some days, especially if it was a big exciting thing happen on that day or that week, they get their own designated spread, and I really love that. Number four comes right next to junk journaling because it is literally the same thing. It is just paper collaging, but not paper collaging in the traditional sense where people are taking papers and creating actual imagery and like pieces of art. My paper collaging is more so on like a large single scale, and these are things that I do for like my friends. So I've made paper collaging and like cards for my friends for birthdays, for Valentine's Day, and like personalized like friendship collage page. So it's like pictures of us. And so I do those for my close friends as well as my close loved ones, people who have made significant points in my life. And so that's a way that I create like a personalized card or like the friendship collage, relationship collage type thing. And those are things that's not a thing that I do often. I do it around birthdays and like I said, like Valentine's Day, because I'm a big Valentine's Day girl. So when I have a Valentine's Day celebration, that is usually the type of gift that I'm coming with. I'm coming with a personalized card. I'm coming with a collage in a sense. And my friends really seem to love it. And I love when their faces like, oh my God, look at these pictures of us. This is so cute. And so that just makes me happy. So that's something I do. And yeah, that is not as often as the other ones, but. And finally, number five is something that I definitely probably will be sharing more of because I was at one point in time doing this for like a business kind of situation, and that is jewelry making. I love making jewelry. I have so much, well, it has gone down the past few months because I've been making a lot, but I have so much like junk jewelry, broken pieces, jewelry that I have thrifted and had for years that I took apart because I wanted to salvage the parts because I like pieces of it, but not the whole, whether it's pieces of jewelry that I actually used to wear or jewelry that I got from the thrift store. Like I said, broken jewelry, charms and stuff that came from old necklaces and earrings. And so now I'm out here making charm bracelets and the little bracelets. I try to get a better image of that. Yeah, so like different beads and stuff that I've collected. One of the estate giveaway that I talk about, that lady had so many different type of beads and jewelry making things and kits. She was even making beads out of paper. Like how you take pieces of paper and you roll them up very thin and tight and you make beads out of it. She was even making, Hattie was the gold. I want to meet Hattie. I don't know if she's still with us because that was last year and she was being put in a home, but I want to meet Hattie. Hattie was the gold. And so she was making beads out of paper. So I have a bunch of the beads and jewelry things that she left. And so like, like most of this on my wrist is from Hattie. And the same thing with this necklace was from Hattie. And so I love jewelry making. It is something that is personalized to me. When I was in the creation, I don't know if you guys follow, I had like a luxury sustainable brand, a sustainable luxury accessory brand when I was making head wraps, little headbands and purses and bags and some earrings, and some of that stuff I still have and I am still selling. However, this feels like a different iteration of that, and so I'm making different type of things. I've made like hat pieces, and like I've been making jewelry since like my Ohio days. Like I made this when I was in Ohio, you know what I'm saying? Like this was 2015 2016, Nadia. And that still get pulled out because that's cute. That's a cute little fun accessory, especially for the summertime, a festival, or like whatever. So yeah, I've been making jewelry on and off for years. I remember when I was making jewelry out of the cheap costume jewelry, and it would be cute, but it didn't last long. And I remember feeling some type of way, and my sister was like, hey, one day you're gonna have like quality material. And I am at the point where I'm having quality material. Now it's not top tier, but it's quality material, and I'm still making jewelry. I still love it. And like that's one of the things that you will see the results of, but you won't see the process, because I'm sitting down watching like a Netflix documentary doing that. Like that is purely something to keep my hands busy. I'm fixing and mending jewelry. So like I said, something like that, if you ever see it in a vlog, you saw it in a vlog, mind your business. Don't ask any questions about it. Don't ask me to follow up. You saw it. It was a gift. You're welcome. But that is Creative Ones. I want to know, what are some creative hobbies? What are some creative hobbies that you do that's for yourself, that's part of your self-care, that's part of your creative downtime process? I really want to know. This is an important conversational thing to have in the community. I watched a recent video by Abby Cox. Was that Abby? Yeah, Abby Cox, that talks about how monetizing your hobbies is not always the good thing. And so I had already had this video in the works. And so when I saw that, I was like, absolutely. There are some things as a creative we don't need to monetize. Everything doesn't have to make us money. And these are the things that I do that don't have to make me money. They're simply to make me happy. I do them in the evening after I spent all day teaching, sewing, painting. I do these things in the evening to wind down, okay? To add a certain jewelry piece to the amount of times this has been mistaken as a Pandora charm bracelet fills my soul with such delight. You know, and I always wanted a Pandora charm bracelet. None of my friends or family members have ever brought me one. It's very rude. So I made my own. And I will continue to be making my own and building on this. So yes, this is things that I do that just makes me happy. And I want to share them with you guys and encourage you guys and any of my young students that are my students now or my students in the past. This is here to encourage anyone. You can be a super creative, a true creative, and have a million creative avenues and creative things you do, but always keep a few things for yourself. Some things that just make you happy. You don't care if anyone else sees it or anyone else has a comment on it, as long as that it makes you happy. All right, creative ones, I'm done talking. I'm about to get some lunch because I've been moving, teaching all day back and forth, and it is time to eat, take a bit of medication, and chill out. I love you guys so very much. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content so far. Let me know, and I will see you in the next one.